Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ryan Newpel here, Knup Sports Show, episode 171. I hope you haven't been missing me too much. I took a little vacation in July, went down to the Lake of the Ozarks. No, I didn't do any money laundering, nothing fun like the TV show. Everybody always asks me, "Oh, you went to the Ozarks? Is it just a movie and the TV series?" And I'm like, "Yeah, not so much." But spent some time on the lake, relaxed, kind of refreshed the brain. And now we're back with episode 171. So really appreciate you tuning in, listening to this. I have another special guest here with me today. I'm really excited to hear from him. Let's bring him on now. We got the partner at Savage Ventures, Zack Litwack, with us. Zack, how are you, buddy?
Good, Ryan. Thanks for having me, man. I love the pod, so I'm excited to join you in the conversation today.
Thank you. Really appreciate you coming on. 171, man, you're a special guest. 171. So thanks for being here. I'm excited to hear about what you got going on. First of all, where are you at? Where you located right now? Are you in anywhere fun or what?
I think it's fun. It's Nashville, Tennessee. It's like the
Uh,
bachelorette party of the world. So
Gosh, I want to go to Nashville so bad. I've actually been telling the wife, I'm like, we got to make a little weekend trip, 3-day trip down to Nashville. I'm a country music fan, so we got to get down there and see it. So I'm jealous.
everyone's going to be hitting me up now, but I've got a rental house. It's right near downtown. Ryan, just give me a couple months heads up. You can stay there.
Ooh, there you go. All right, we have it. We're going to be hitting up Zack for that. But Zack, tell us a little bit about yourself before we jump into Savage Ventures and Savage Sports. Tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of the background that you have.
Yeah, it's an odd background. I was in the music industry for like 7 years and was a producer and investor and studio owner, recording engineer. And I oddly found my way after that stint into startups, growth hacking, digital marketing, technology startups. And I fell in love, honestly. I had a renewed love for a whole different industry. I kind of reinvented myself. And that led me to, through a bunch of startup failures, it led me to starting Savage Ventures about 3 years ago with a handful of partners. And this has been, quote unquote, I would say like my first success story. We've got hundreds of employees now, and we've generated about $450 million in enterprise value in this short amount of time. And we specialize in investing in and acquiring and operating digital media companies. We specialize in affiliate, e-commerce, and we've got some direct consumer healthcare brands too. So excited to
Yeah,
chat.
that's amazing. And we're obviously, being Noob Sports Show, we're obviously going to dive into the sports side. But I do find it interesting that you guys, you're not only sports. You guys are all over the board. Give us, I know you kind of just did, but give us kind of a little bit more about Savage Ventures as a whole. But we really dive into the Savage Sports side. I mean, you gave us a little bit there, but what kinds of things do you have going on internally there?
Yeah, the main difference between Savage Ventures and like a traditional venture capitalist firm, or even a PE firm for that matter, is we're investing in and acquiring companies. We're actually operating them too.
Mm.
So everyone from the partnership level on down is helping to grow these companies. And obviously, as the company matures, we get more dedicated full-time employees for specific companies. But that's the main difference in us between everyone else. And we found a specialization from like a systems and processes that we've put in place, but also from a skill set and capability standpoint in digital media specifically, or just doing stuff online. So the only types of businesses we tend to work on or work with are digital businesses. And to kind of get us into the sports lane here, one of our first companies that we started was called Outkick. It was
Mm.
with a sports personality reporter named Clay Travis. It was a joint venture with him. Started that back in 2020, grew like crazy. One of our revenue streams was sports betting. Ended up selling that to Fox, but it was our introduction to the sports betting market. After we sold that company, we had a whole other host of brands that we felt like we could also market sports betting through. One of the brands is called Total Frat Move, which is
Mm.
a very like Barstool-esque brand in the sense that it's not really a sports media co, but we produce sports content a lot and we talk about sports and especially college sports. And so we ran an experiment this past football season, so the 2021-2022 season, around promoting sports betting products for the sports
Mm.
books through this brand and a couple of its sister brands. And it worked really well. The experiment proved out. And so after this football season, we rebranded this sports betting media side of the business to Savage Sports.
Mm.
And that's where all the brands are housed right now. And we're in the process of investing in and acquiring assets to get ready for this football season.
Yeah, let's talk about a few of those brands. I mean, are you able to talk about a few of the brands that currently make up Savage Sports?
Yeah, it's changing rapidly right now because as we're talking, we're a month out from the football season, so we're signing, deals right now. But it's our goal is to create the largest U.S. specific sports betting media conglomerate, and to provide the sports book specifically with both quantity and quality players, because I know that's going to be an issue. That is an issue for them, especially as they're partnering with just traditional media brands. And we're doing that in this way. So we've got a couple of just like non-endemic media brands. Like I mentioned, one of them called Total Frat Move. We're about, I can't say their name yet, but we're about to have another one that's as big or bigger. That's a non-endemic brand. And then we've got now a few sports betting specific influencers on board, and we're actually developing a whole a mini media co around them. One is called Moonshot. It's his moniker is Kilkenny. He's got about 5,000-ish, paid Discord members in his community, and we think we can scale it up to 10, maybe even 20,000 this football season. And they're all handicappers, so we're going to be bringing a bunch of quality players to the sports books. And then we're also starting to partner with and also acquire tools. Like we're in the process of acquiring a free-to-play app called Viget, with Joe Barba, who's actually become our director of business development for Savage Sports. And so we're going to use that as a tool to acquire users, mostly in a pre-registration fashion, I think, for the sports books. And then the fourth bucket is retired athletes. We're in the process of bringing on a couple of retired athletes into the portfolio. So this is basically going from we've got a couple brands and we know how to market these products to now let's make this a real company, essentially. So that's what we're doing at Savage Sports.
That's amazing. Congrats on the success. The influencer side is super intriguing to me because, I've heard that in several conversations over the last month or two of, oh, we brought on an influencer, or we're trying to partner with different influencers. And I'm curious, diving into that space a little bit further, because, you're seeing it a lot. You're seeing these, younger kids or people trying to become influencers on TikTok and Instagram and doing their, unique sports betting spin. How has that been going for you guys working with people like that? Has it been easy, hard? Is it easy to get influencers to want to work with you? Tell me a little bit about that experience so far.
Yeah, we have influencers attached to a bunch of different verticals too across the portfolio. So we're becoming better at working with them. The main advantage of partnering with us, though, is we actually are I think there are going to be different flavors of our influencer agreements, but right now what it's looking like is we're actually starting a business together. We're doing some sort of joint venture. And so we're using them as a platform to promote some Savage Sports products, like some sports products we have and some DFS products that we have. But we're also using their platform to actually help them diversify revenue streams. Like, for example, we just launched a YouTube show with that Moonshot brand called The Daily Shot. It's already doing really well. And one of a tangent, but one of the companies we own is called Savage Media, and it's a video production house basically. So we can launch shows quickly and distribute those shows quickly. And then, we bring more brand partnership capabilities to the table. We bring other video monetization opportunities. Like we've got a good relationship with Twitter. We've got a good relationship with Snapchat. And so, and then merch too. We're launching merch with Moonshot. So basically we're taking these influencer relationships, and instead of it just being, hey, guy or girl, here's, $1,000, promote, this bet 10, get 200 offer for PointsBet. It's like, hey, let's actually partner and build a real company inside of Savage Sports. And so that's our relation. That's the types of relationships we would prefer, in that, because it's a real business relationship. It's not a one-off. And then we get to know each other. We get more bought into each other, and it gives us a natural ability to learn and improve over time.
That's amazing. That actually, that really differentiates you guys from others that are going out and using influencers and just paying them a one-off fee. So I really like that model. I think that's really cool. Now, you've mentioned PointsBet once or twice. I'm curious on the sportsbook side of things. Who are you working with? Are you working with a number of different operators? Are you guys working with just one or two? Who all are you working with over there on the operator side?
Yeah, interesting question. because at Outkick we had an exclusive with FanDuel, so we were never able to experience the what I call like the multi-book strategy, which I would encourage if you're a young affiliate out there to certainly explore a multi-book strategy. So to answer your question directly, we work with all the sports books. I mean, we're even going to start working with Sports Illustrated here in the coming weeks, and then we're going to start working with Fanatics when they launch too. So we are experimenters. So we're down to experiment with any partner, any company. And see how the audience likes it. If I can tell we're providing value to the audience when, we'll get DMs, on one of our big Instagrams, like, thanks for the BetMGM promo. Love their app. Thanks for showing it to me or something like that. So we use that feedback loop to inform like what we prioritize moving forward. And then obviously there's an economic component to that too. It's how do we like working with the affiliates or with the sports books from, everyone from like the affiliate manager, the people we're interacting with every day, to how does their back end work? Like, do we have data quickly? Can we create our own links, stuff like that? BetMGM has traditionally actually been really good at that, for example, where they've got a portal built out and we can create our own links. And it's very, as a, a technical marketer, like it's home sweet home for me. And so we prioritize companies that, make it easier for us, obviously. But yeah, to answer your question, we work with all of them. We love all of them, but at the end of the day, we listen to our audiences and we figure out what they like, what they're liking the best. And from one thing I've noticed is it's very state specific. So in one state, users might love PointsBet, in another state, users might love FanDuel or whatever for a multitude of reasons. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, man.
I feel like we could do an entire show on the intricacies of the operator platforms and links and all of how all that works, because you made some good points there that, the ones that are easier to work with and that you can get links easy and they're not changing promo codes every 2 weeks and all of the above, those are the ones that you're probably going to give a little more priority to because it's not creating extra work for you. So that's an interesting point that most people don't say, but it's really so true. I mean, it's just the truth out there that ease of use sometimes is important. So I feel like that's a follow-up show. Maybe I'll bring you on and we'll just do a flat
deep dive on all the affiliate platforms. And one thing I'll say is the US market is just very new. It's very young.
Yeah.
And even these more seasoned operators that are coming over here, it'll get better and better. And we understand that, but we're willing to actually work with the sports books. I tell everyone, like, I'm an open invitation if you ever want to do a call with me to discuss how you can optimize your platform. Anything from like how you're presenting data to us, when you're presenting data to us, how we create links, for how frequent you're giving us offers, how long those offers are. Like, I'm open for conversations for sure.
Awesome. So where are you guys heading in the future? I mean, we've talked a lot about what's going on now, but what's the big path in the future? Is it just continue to acquire and continue to partner with different people? I mean, is that as simple as that, or do you have some really big future plans coming with Savage Sports and Savage Ventures as a whole?
Yeah, for Savage Sports, I talked about those 4 buckets earlier. So we're looking for the right partners to fill those 4 buckets. And I mean, in the near term, obviously, we've got some states that are going to be going live soon. So we're generally just gearing up for football season. Long term, though, we just created Savage Sports. I mean, it was a company that was obviously doing a decent amount of revenue, especially a lot of affiliate revenue, but we formalized the company when we decided to rebrand it as Savage Sports. And I think in the long term, we're going to actually have branded Savage Sports content shows, and it's going to feel more like a real company than a company that just houses all of these brands that are around sports and sports betting.
That makes sense. Totally makes sense. Let's flip gears. I'm going to let you go here very soon. I know you're a busy man, got to get back to work, but I'm going to switch gears. And, I can tell you're a very knowledgeable entrepreneur. You have a lot of digital media experience, affiliate experience. So, and you actually already gave advice to new coming affiliates, but if you had to give, one piece of business advice to somebody starting, let's say starting their own affiliate site or their own affiliate business or something, one just high level business advice from Zack, what would that be?
Yeah, don't spend a ton of time creating a plan because your plan is always going to be different than what you think it's going to be at the beginning. So just start getting your product, whatever that is, in front of as many people as possible so that you can start that feedback loop. At
Mm,
Savage Ventures, for all of our companies, we have a core process called high tempo testing. And basically, what that means is our goal is to run as many thoughtful experiments in a given week
mm,
against our priorities as possible. Experiment can be like an A/B test on a landing page, but it can be like, hey, let's test this whole new channel to promote our product. It can be let's launch, an influencer,
yeah.
an official influencer program. It can be a multitude of things, and we quantitatively rank those experiments. But at the end of the day, I see way too many companies starting out creating these like 30 to 50-page business plans when they don't even really know anything.
Yeah.
Create a one-page plan and then build the product if you don't already have it, and then actually get that product in the hands of as many people as possible. And that's going to set you
Yeah.
up for success much more so than the other way.
Great advice. Great advice. Some people get paralyzed by planning, right? They just plan so much that they're never actually taking action. So, as you're saying, take action, get out there, make it happen. That's great advice out there, Zach. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go here. So let's do the roll call of how to get a hold of you. So where should we send people? What links? How do they get a hold of you if they want to talk to you? Where should we send them for checking out Savage Sports and everything?
Yeah, Savage.Ventures is the parent company site.
Hmm.
Savage.Ventures /sports would be how you get to the Savage Sports specific landing page. And I'm
Hmm.
not super active on socials, but definitely more active on LinkedIn. I'm not active on socials personally because I've got young kids and I don't really have time. And I'm doing it for our businesses all day and every day anyway. So I'm on the platforms all day. So yeah, anyways, LinkedIn, connect with me there, send me a message. Happy to chat about anything from venture capital to entrepreneurship to the sports betting industry. And specifically, if you meet one of those four buckets, Savage Sports is looking, to add to its network, definitely reach out.
Awesome. We'll put all those links in the show notes. We'll make sure it gets to those so you guys don't have to scramble and write them down. We'll all be in the show notes for you after this. So, Zach, really appreciate your time. Any last words? Anything we missed? Anything you I always leave this open at the end? Anything you want to say before we let you go here?
I don't think so, Ryan. I'm just really excited about where sports betting's headed in the U.S. and it's great getting to meet you, man. I'm sure we'll chat many, many more times before the end of the year.
Yeah, likewise. I mean, when we talk sports betting in the U.S., I always have to put the plug in that, come on, we got to get Florida legalized soon.
Yeah,
Come
right.
on, people,
You
get
can.
with the program
Well, when you
here.
visit Nashville, we'll do some betting.
Yes, for sure. I'll make sure to look you up when I head that way. So, Zach, appreciate you. This is Zack Litwack, Savage Ventures partner. Appreciate you being here, Zach.
Yeah, thanks again, Ryan.
All right, take care. All right, that was great hearing from Zach. Hopefully, you enjoyed that episode. We'll put all those links out there. I really encourage you guys, if anybody has interest in working with Savage Sports or Savage Ventures, I encourage you to reach out to Zach on LinkedIn and check out what they have going on. They got a lot going on. I know I've talked to Zach several times over the past few months, and just a great guy in the industry. So I'm wishing them all the luck. I can't wait to see what they have coming for football and into the future. All right, that's all I have. I'm Ryan Newple. You can find me at Ryan Newple out on LinkedIn or any of the socials out there. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and we will talk to you soon. Bye bye.